John Tortorella hired as the new Columbus Blue Jackets coach. We got some advice for him. He needs some advice from us, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he needs some advice.
Yeah, he needs some advice. That's all today and more on In the Crease with Tommy C. What's happening, everybody? Everybody in the hockey media is not too upset. Their most unfavorite coach just got a job with CBJ. That being one of our favorite coaches, John Tortorella, the mouth of the East. He had a weird nickname. They called him the Paper Italian when he was playing.
That's a weird one.
I think maybe because he was like one of those Czechs and T-crosser I dotters.
I'm guessing. The only nickname he cares about?
What's that?
The most successful American hockey coach in history. Well, he has got the greatest record of all American hockey coaches in history of hockey.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of the negative portrayals of John Tortorella really has to do with his relationship with the New York media. He was out of the 4 places that he worked, 2 of them are hockey hotspots as far as the world. I mean, look, New York media is just New York media. It doesn't matter you're playing hockey or, foosball. It doesn't matter. They're going to be all over you.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And then Vancouver, too, where they had that's, it's Canada, so they're going to be all over the place. And he doesn't appreciate stupid questions, stuff that will let him reveal or tip off the coaches, because all the coaches watch all the other coaches.
Yeah.
And
they have a guy that does it.
And he never felt like he owes them an answer. And I don't think that John Tortorella doesn't owe me shit. No. I mean, I even like Jeremy Roenick doesn't, Sidney Crosby doesn't, Alex Ovechkin. They really don't owe me anything. I can't curse in front of my daughter.
Except playing some damn hockey. That's all they owe us.
That's all they really do. So I have some advice for John Tortorella going forward. And I'm going to give it all to you right now. And you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about it and all that other crap. So you ready to do this dead on, Dave?
Absolutely. I'm relieved. Do you know why I'm relieved?
Why are you relieved?
Because I finally figured out why Columbus was playing like shit.
Why is that?
Because they just had to go to the John.
Oh, God. Boo. Get out of here.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No.
Come on, you asked for that.
I'm punching through it. I'm punching through the bomb because that was fantastic.
You survived the bomb. Listen. Here's the thing. One of the mistakes I think that he made, but I think because of media pressure, he had to do it. When he went to Vancouver, there was this, I've changed. I know I did things wrong. And you just said before, he's the winningest coach in American history. He has a Stanley Cup, and he brought a Stanley Cup to a team that was just like the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, they weren't a factor. He took guys that were unknown and took them all the way to the Stanley Cup final. I mean, it's one of the great hockey accomplishments of all time. So here's instead of saying, I've changed and I know I should do this, just be John. And you have an opportunity to do this because you're not going to have the mega New York or Vancouver spotlight here. Just be John. If you feel like you got to yell at these guys and act like a jerk, do that. Look, I'm hearing a lot of stuff. Well, Brandon Demitzky had a parting of the ways, or he didn't get along with him towards the end when he was in the New York Rangers. Doesn't matter. And in fairness to Brandon Demitzky, in fairness, he said this to the media, and he said, Tortorella is going to come and demand us to play the right way. That doesn't sound like a guy that was really disgruntled. Now, in fairness...
Doesn't sound like a bitter pill there.
No, it doesn't. I mean, you can take what you want. I mean, these guys don't tell the truth because they don't owe it to us. So
why they don't need to? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's an assistant captain. He gets his orders from the coach. It's his job to execute them. If they execute the stuff perfectly and do what they're told and it doesn't work, well, then John Tortorella's career is over. So go on, just be John. You're not going to have the media jumping down your neck. It's not as big a deal, and it's an opportunity to rejuvenate his career. I really don't see how he could have went to Vancouver and told the Sundin brothers to block shots. I mean, it just never was going to happen. They're 30 years old. Their ego's too wide. But that's the thing. That's why he wins. That's why he brought the Rangers out of the cellar into the playoffs. That's why he brought the Tampa Bay Lightning, a team that you would never think could win the Stanley Cup because of just a lack of interest. As Jake Link says, hockey Siberia, and won the Stanley Cup. It's because he has a system that works. And
Absolutely.
that drives the media nuts.
He is Mike Shanahan. That's who he is.
Mike Shanahan.
Mike Shanahan. He was the coach of the Denver Broncos for a long time. He's fallen out of favor in NFL circles. He is Mike Shanahan. They have their systems, they have their things, and they go with it. They're disciplinarians. They're not really known as player coaches, but this is what they do. They win. They win. This is what I need to know about Torts. He's not 60. He's 57 years old. He's not even 60 yet, so he's not that overly old. He's a Jack Adams Award winner. He's won 446 games over 14 seasons. That's what I know about this guy. Oh, and he's got a cup, too.
Yeah. And this is a better fit for him.
We could talk about his failures. We could talk about the failures. I think they're important. I think they're important. But he's a culture change guy, which I think Columbus desperately needs. You can blame the injuries last year. You can't blame him this year. And the one thing the Tortorella is going to do is hold accountability. And that might be exactly what Columbus needs. This is a good move. It's a smart move. At the very least, this is the move that's going to tell you whether you need a full rebuild, like lottie-dottie everybody, or this is something this is just an ebb and flow of the situation. We're going to find out really soon.
Look, John's got a lot of. I mean, he's got to fix what happened in Vancouver. I'm not going to sit there and say it wasn't his fault and it was all just because Vancouver was a bunch of pussies. No, I'm sure that played into it, but I'm sure it wasn't 100% the case. But in a lot of ways, he's taking a team. I mean, it's not so much like Tampa Bay or the Rangers that were in the cellar, or the Tampa Bay that nobody even thought was a factor, but it is his type of team that these guys are kind of unpolished. And he has a few guys like Dubinsky that understands the system, and he's going to be able to communicate that as an assistant captain. It's like, this is what Torts is going to expect from you. This is what he wants. I think the only question is the shot blocking, boring, so-called boring Tortorella hockey. I don't know. As a Ranger fan, didn't bother me. I like the winning. You know,
because it won. Yeah, exactly.
It won. It was kind of fun because he wins. I think it's just is that dead? And you're going to see a lot of articles that it is. If East has a slow start, it is. But I got to be honest, this guy needs at least 2 years of job for us to tell this. I think we could probably tell by November of next year whether it was a good move or not. Because I think
we're going to find out pretty soon if the system works, though. Yeah. I think we're going to find out pretty damn soon because the shot blocking and everything, with aggressive shot blocking and aggressive defense, the way he plays it, I think they have the right offensive people for that transition type of system that he can play with the shot blocking and everything. I think they have the right offense for that. They have the right guys, the speed guys. Brandon Saad, you can't tell me you can't think that the type of defense, the aggressive-minded and the stone wall, the shot blocking, and the quick outlet pass to Brandon Saad with his speed, that doesn't get you a little excited? Okay. It should. It gets me a little excited.
Well, I think the only thing with the guys like Saad's, I got to stop cursing because she's here. It's terrible.
And don't curse in front of the princess.
No, the princess. You never heard it. You don't say those dirty words, do you? No. Dirty words. You don't say bad words, right?
No, my daughter does. She doesn't give a shit.
She knows not.
Yeah, Alicia knows not. She just tries not to get caught.
Yeah. Well, look, like it's like you said, we're going to find out. I don't think it's a bad move. Obviously, Dubinsky's got the right attitude. Whether he likes the guy or not, it's irrelevant. I honestly think that was I never heard that until today. That Dubinsky had a problem.
Arguably, this was the only move if you think about it.
It really is.
Who else were they going to bring in?
I guess
can't bring in a guy who's just like Richard.
Maybe Guy Shore, but I mean that was Guy Shore don't have the wins. He doesn't have the success rate that John Tortorella had. I mean, and he had John Tortorella's team, if I'm not mistaken. No, he didn't replace him, but I mean he had the Lightning at some point. So other than that, it's gonna be a disciplinary. I think the problem with John is if he has the right personnel, that system works. I do wonder, like, all right, Brandon Saad, he could flourish, but he's probably going to be told you can't do the offensive things that you like doing. That you think they're gonna roll a guy like him back. There was a lot of. I remember when John left, there was going to be we're going to see what Hank's really made of because the way he builds the defense, and Hank showed everybody what he's really made of.
Turns out Hank's just fine.
Yeah, Hank's fine, no matter what kind of system you run out of him. I think Hank's more than proved that he's a Hall of Famer.
A wall doesn't need people in front of it.
Yeah. I was actually looking at actually I'll get to that later, but Hank and Perry Price's numbers are almost identical, by the way.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Yeah. So, will it work? Does he have the right personnel? Because I think he's kind of a binary coach. I don't think you could put him on the Chicago Blackhawks and that would ever work, even if they were behind it even if they believe in the coach, and even if Johnny Tays went up there and said, hey, we got a new coach. We're doing what he tells you. It's different what we're used to. We know we never tried this, but I could see John sort of putting that out there and those guys coming along with it. I don't think that system works. But this is a big team. They're a tumble team. They may slide right into it. I don't think, and here's another thing. I watched this thing on the NHL Network, and Boston Troy actually brought this up. We must have saw it at the same time, where John was on the NHL Network, and he was basically criticizing Bobrovsky somewhat. He said, look, Bobrovsky's has had some off nights, but he's a good goalie, but that's not the only problem. And he showed you where guys were defensively, both forwards and defensemen were out of position. And it did feel like, because it was the day after we did the show, is towards going to Columbus. That was it. And it did feel like, boy, is this a resume? And apparently it was. And he didn't bash the current coach. He said, this is what could be changed to make this team better. And it just, look, I'm not an NHL hockey coach. We don't pretend to be anything other than an amateur show, but it made sense. And it made sense from a guy with a proven record. So do you have anything else, John?
It also makes sense financially. Yeah. Because Vancouver's still picking up the tab on most of this. And really the only thing that Columbus is having to give up is a second-round pick somewhere over the next 3 years, 2016, 2017, or 2018. And they don't have to make that choice until July of next year. Yeah. So really, this is kind of a no-brain move. It makes a lot of sense. It does. And I'm looking forward to it. At the very least, it's entertaining. That's what I was going to get to.
Hey, NHL fans, we got John Tortorella back. Love him, hate him. You're going to get some great lines. Some funny stuff's going to happen. I just hope he doesn't go in there, get that speech. I've changed and I learned from my mistakes. No, I just pray when the press conference happens, it goes something like this. John, if you rolled it back, you know what? I think I said that last time, and no, I'm going to coach this till the end. I'm going to run this plane into the ground because you know what? A hockey coach shelf life isn't that long, so I'm going to do it my own way, the way I want, how I want, and you know what? I'll leave it up to management if they want me here. That would be just like,
right?
It would be the greatest. It would be the greatest ever. Stop.
All you got to say is we're 0-7. How much worse could it possibly get?
Here's the thing about kissing the media's ass too. It doesn't work. They're still going to hate him.
Absolutely.
Even if they make you their bitch, they're still gonna hate you. They're gonna hate your style. They're gonna hate the way you talk to them. They hate the fact that you won. I mean, nothing's gonna change that. Nothing's gonna change.
They're gonna call for your head as soon as you start to falter.
As soon as you start losing like they would anybody, just be you. If you think acting like a jackass in front of the camera is gonna help, do it. Do it. John's made some mistakes. I saw him making some mistakes with the Rangers. I saw him kind of throw guys under the bus. I don't like coaches that throw their players under the bus in the media. I don't like it. So
keep it in-house.
Yeah, keep it in-house.
Look what Trotz did. Keep it in-house.
Yeah, and he does also defend. He also does defend his players as well. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
I like what Trotz did a lot better. I don't think he's in a pushover either. Look at this kid.
No.
This kid, you're going over very well in the chat. Oh, everybody's like cheering for you. These are all my people watching me. I don't think she believes like that anybody actually cares about what we do. I think she's like, wow, there's daddy yelling to a microphone about hockey and
why does he have to talk to this big chubby guy? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? So we got Torts back, and I just hope he doesn't try to change. I think that'd be the worst too. Another thing is like if you're trying to change, you're not in your comfort zone.
Exactly, and I think that's important.
Yeah, just be in your comfort zone. That's all I got on Torts. 718-395-7660, 718-395-7660. Not a hell of a lot's going on in the hockey world. And welcome to call us in.
A little bit of breaking news.
Oh, what do you got?
Paul Stastny.
Stastny.
Stastny. S-T-A-S-T-N-Y. That's Stastny?
Paul Stastny. You weren't a hockey fan. His father was
No.
His father was one of those guys that like jumped over the wall like in the 80s.
It's still Stastny.
It's Stastny. It's Paul Stastny. His father was a great New Jersey Devil. I think he won the cup with the Devils, and I think he won a cup with. No, I think that was.
I'm not good with names.
No, well, you're not. You're not Matt. You're not Matt Kazar but you're definitely.
Yeah, that's well. Nobody can be Matt Kazar.
Speaking of our friend,
Paul broke his right foot.
What's that?
He broke his foot and he's out for 5 weeks. That's the story.
He has ever since he's left Colorado, he's not been. I don't know, like he hasn't had the impact on the Blues that I thought he might have had, because a lot of people said, well, Colorado stunk last year because they lost Stasny. He's been hurt a lot, and I don't know that he's had the impact that everybody else has. I'll tell you what, I have a mission for you.
He hurt his shoulder last year.
I want you to rebuild your base, because I want to show everybody your base, your home. Rebuild the base. Nice. Okay, should rebuild the base. That's a mission.
Last year, I hope everything goes well with the base. But last
base
year,
is going to be cool.
With a shoulder injury all year, and he still managed to put up 46 points in 74 games. So
yeah, that's true.
He's not without value, and I don't know how much this is going to hurt the Blues right now, but still, we'll see what happens.
I don't know. He just didn't have the impact. I don't think he's the player as old man is. Well, anyway,
like foot injuries in hockey. I
think a lot of NHL fans look at his name and see his dad. I don't like that feeling. He's still a good hockey player. I'm not saying it, but I don't. He's not Hall of Fame. I don't think really he's a super big impact player. All right, build your base, but don't knock over my lights. That would be nice. That would be very, very nice. So, Matt Kazar, one of the wonderful things we have is the Shot from the Point admin chat. They make it sound so corporate then, right?
Right.
And I get this message from. Now let's see if I can get this right. Yeah. I didn't even put the volume up. All right, I get this message from Matt. This is just unbelievable. This is the stuff I get from this guy.
I said this to you last year during an episode of In the Crease, and I stand by it. Jeff Petrie was one hell of a signing.
He's trying I bet they don't
hear. If you watch
in
the skate.
Oh my god. I don't know where to go with that.
Kids today with their phones, man.
I can't even imagine. That's fantastic.
You want to hear it again?
Yes.
Me too. Here we go.
I said this to you last year during an episode of In the Crease, and I stand by it. Jeff Petrie was one hell of a signing. If you watch
you hear it taper off too. That's fantastic. Nice piss string, Kazar.
Pissing and talking about the thing.
That's quite a bit of coordination. I gotta give him some
think about it. His thumb's on the phone. He's taking. Eventually, he probably just pissed all over the wall. That's probably why he's laughing, because he starts laughing and was like, "Yeah, I just pissed all over my wall." Huh.
I hope somebody was in a stall taking a shit. I got some. He's in Canada, so
that was last night. Like, we were home watching the game. Why? Please do not take your clothes off on the camera. Do not do that. I could get in trouble. Well, just leave your underwear on, please. Yeah. I can't have that. You can leave your that might be a problem for me.
It could be a problem. Yeah.
These European kids with their nakedness. Hey! Do you want to tell everybody what happened? Like when you got hurt? You want to talk about that? Oh, why are you putting on a dress now? We got to go to bed after this. What are you doing? She's putting on her Halloween costume.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. I know.
Calgary.
All right. Do
the
what you're
Flames. The Flames. This is a little fantasy news and real news here. Calgary placed goalie Kerry Ramo on waivers.
What's their record?
A little and a lot.
Yeah.
A little bit of wins, a lot of losses.
Yeah, that's well, they really haven't had Hiller or Ramo or anybody really just step up and say, "I'm your goalie."
They're 1-4.
That was their weakness last year too, but I guess they had such a potent offense, and then their third period comeback stuff. It's somebody better step up over there, and I don't know. I mean, maybe Lampert's right. Maybe Lampert's right. I don't
know about that. They could just be simply starting off the year very, very slow. Remember, they didn't start the year off last year like a house of fire.
No. You started to notice around January that they were for real, and it wasn't. Nobody was quite sure then either. But boy, I'm disappointed. I'm gonna lose. I think I had Columbus, and I'm a little worried about them making the playoffs. They certainly put themselves in a struggle unless they win the next 7 in a row. And if they win the next 7 in a row, everybody's gonna have a heart attack in the media. Well, he was just lucky. So nobody thought. No, it's so funny. Like last year, nobody thought that Calgary, or even Winnipeg for that matter, who's played quite well so far, would be a factor. And nobody in the world thought this year that CBJ would not be in the mix, if not beating teams like Pittsburgh once in a while. It really is unbelievable. I really don't get it. Are you going to show
early in the season? These things really do tend to happen. A lot of abnormalities. Teams that shouldn't be struggle. Some teams overachieve. Some teams, like last year with Nashville, who's also gotten off to a hot start once again for the second consecutive year. Their hot streak was one of the hottest we've ever seen last year, and they tapered off towards the end of the season. And it ended up getting blown out of their friggin' playoffs. This is just how it goes sometimes, and teams either they rise to it or they fall. We'll see what happens. Calgary's got a lot of talent, so I don't know how much to worry about it yet.
Roy from Florida, you're in the air.
What's going on, boys?
You tell me what's on your mind.
Tonight's the night, man. Tonight's the night. It's been 4 days we haven't had a game.
Should I bet? Should I bet on the Bruins tonight? You think?
I don't know. Do you like Anthony? Do you like Mason?
What, from the Knicks?
No,
Anthony Mason.
What? Sorry, say that again.
Come on.
Do I like
Mason?
From what? Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not in net tonight, is he?
Steve Mason.
Steve Mason, Anthony Mason.
Anthony Mason, the only time you like him is in a police lineup. Yeah. Steve Mason's a goalie. That's something totally different.
I'm sorry. You got me confused.
Yeah, okay. Well, wait, so who are the Bruins playing tonight?
Are the Flyers.
Oh, they're playing the Flyers. Well, I don't know if Mason's even in net because that guy Neuwirth, unless he got back and I didn't find out about it, that kid Neuwirth looks good. I think you got your hands full tonight with the Philadelphia Flyers. But I'm asking you right now, should I bet on the Philadelphia Flyers or who should I bet on tonight? I'm going to leave it up to you.
I don't know, Tommy. I'm not a betting person. I don't know.
Oh, God. You're not helping my stupid bit. You know that?
He's drunk.
What about Crosby last night?
That's right, everybody. It's gambling with me.
It's
Tommy
back.
Freak. All right, it's back. Yeah, I wanted to surprise Dave because Dave didn't know that was coming. All right,
I did not know that was coming.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Roy in Florida. I'm going to take underdogs tonight. Let's click on that. But obviously, not every underdog's going to win. And I'm just going to say this to you, Dave. All right? Keep it or get rid of it. All right? Arizona Coyotes versus the New York Rangers. The pick is obviously the Coyotes. Keep it or get rid of it.
They're not playing tonight.
Wait a minute. What do you mean they're not playing tonight? How come this didn't work? I hit underdog. Why is this? This is Thursday. Why is this doing to me? Oh, I scrapped it. Screw this bit. I hate it.
He's drunk and Irish as can be. It's gambling with Tommy C.
All right, that didn't work. I'm not doing it. Roy, how do you feel about the Bruins?
Oh shit, man! I feel good.
You feel good?
You feel good?
Yeah. I think
you're about to be without a coach. Half the team might be getting traded in the next couple of weeks. What's to feel good about?
Well, they
Tuukka Rask sucks.
They had a big win over Arizona.
Yeah, they did.
It's true about Chicago people, man.
What's true?
Yeah, what's true?
They're fucking dickheads.
First negative thing I've said about your team, and I'm a dickhead. It's true about what they say about Boston people.
All right, Roy, I got to get rolling. We got to wrap this up. We're going to end it soon. I got to put my kid to bed.
All right.
I'll talk to you later. We're going to get to your base.
All right.
All right. Well, I mean, he didn't have anything to say, you know.
He had nothing there, yeah. But the way he said it, he was just like, all right, bye.
Yeah, fine. All right. Well, you got to give me something. I didn't blow him up. You know.
You did not. That's very true.
Well, I mean, you got to have something. You know?
I was excited about the gambling segment because we were going to get to talk about who's the underdog in Toronto and Buffalo. Figure that shit out.
You want to bet that one?
Let's bet that one.
All right. Hold on a second. Let's go back. Let's do it again.
He's drunk and Irish as can be. It's gambling.
I swear to God.
With Tommy C.
All right. Here we go. Let me get rid of all these other bets. Why is this all on the 16th? I don't understand. So Toronto's playing Buffalo tonight?
Toronto plays Buffalo tonight.
All right, yeah, because it's Thursday. Oh, I see. It's Thursday our time. So were we putting money on Buffalo? The battle of the.
I think we got to go with Buffalo here.
I think that's a good bet.
I think it's a good bet.
All right, I'll go Buffalo. How come my 50-cent thing isn't up there?
I like Buffalo there.
I like Buffalo there too. All right. Everybody's thinking, "Oh, I wonder where he's putting money on." I put 50 cents a bet.
Yeah.
I'm such a nit, as they say. Register? I just freaking logged on. If nobody can see my password. This is not working on the way out. You know what it is? They log you out real quick. All right. It came back. What? This is not.
I forgot my saying.
I don't even.
No, wait. I forgot it. Yeah. Damn it.
All right. We're getting into the show. All right. I want everybody to look at Laura's outfit. Everybody look. I want you to say nice things. That's Dave. That's not Laura. That's Laura. All right. Well, so what are you this Halloween, baby? What are you gonna be? Talk. Say it loud. Claudine. And where is Claudine? Who is Claudine? How do you know her?
As Monster High.
From Monster High.
Oh, it's Monster High.
Oh, we love Monster High. We just watched Boo York today. Do you know that? What?
That sounds just exhilarating.
And let me show you where Claudine lives. And she built we built a fort, and it was very important. There she is. Wave from your fort. Don't pop your head. And yeah, hey, oh yeah, that's Claudine, Monster High. I'm so glad that the Army's close to here. We can still do Halloween stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Well, no, hell, you don't need it anymore. Now it's a big thing here in Germany.
It's starting to get a big. I remember there was
for the last few. Dude, it's big, full on big.
It's getting big because I remember there's this kid like when I lived with my my ex and like there was this one kid in the neighborhood that went out trick or treating, and he came to our house and I gave him some candy and he was like really excited, right? And then I watched him go down the rest of the street, you know. And every German, what are you doing?
Oh no!
What are you doing?
This is in 2000.
This is like 2007. It was funny to me. Watch the kid get just turned down. Like
here.
No, we can't do it over there.
You bring her over here. Oh my God! Last year, Alicia, you go into all the businesses and you're getting like slices of pizza.
Are you kidding me?
And no, I'm not kidding you. You didn't see the pictures last year of all the donuts and shit Alicia was getting? It was amazing.
You want to go over there instead?
It's supposed to rain though.
Well, we're staying over here then. Well, we got it on a Saturday this year. It should be fun.
Should be fun.
What do you want? You're getting looking mad. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna end the show now. We're gonna go to bed. Does that sound like fun?
Everybody likes bedtime.
You want to talk about your concussion? Yeah, my daughter had a concussion. I promised her I'd do this. You want to see let me see your bump on your head. All right, here we go. Show your bump. There it is. Not too bad. Little yellow.
She's day to day.
She's day to day. But she's about to get on the ice. That was a really good one.
She's day to day, but you know, she passed all the protocol. We think she's going to be okay. She's strong and she'll be fine. I'm pretty sure we can get her back out there soon.
Why did you fall down? Why did you fall down? What happened? Tell the story. Come on, you can do it.
I bumped my head.
Yes, you bumped your head. But why did you bump your head? You just say it out there. It doesn't matter. Just say it.
Tell him I don't remember. I bumped my head.
He said, just tell them why you bumped your head. Why did you bump your head?
I forgot the word.
You forgot the word? Can I tell them how you bumped your head?
Yeah.
Because you weren't paying attention and you were running around and you slipped on the floor. Does that sound right?
Not real.
Good job. Hey, we got to end the show and say goodbye, all right? Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
All right, good job, kiddo. All right, Dave opens. She wants to do that opening boxing thing that you and your kid do. That would be. Really
yeah.
Fun. Yeah. I kind of want to do that too, but you know, it's.
You should do that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. But there's no like hockey one, and do you like hockey, Laura?
I don't think she wants a hockey one.
No.
Oh, do you want this? I got something for you. I'll show you something right now. You don't like hockey? Let me show you this. Let me show you like this, and then maybe you'll just like change your mind all of a sudden. No. Here we go. Come on. Facebook, let's do this. Blah, blah, blah. There's all my political crap that nobody reads and probably aggravates 90% of my friends. There's Darth Vader. I think you know what I'm going to go to. Come on. There it is. What is that? Here we go. Check this out. What do you think of that? Now do you like hockey? That's Elsa's hockey stick. That's Elsa's hockey stick. What, don't you want if Elsa plays hockey? I mean, she can shoot ice in the ground. You don't have to get a Zamboni.
What kit is that Elsa hockey stick?
I don't know. I just seen it now. Probably for Canadian kids.
What's her plus minus?
I like not hockey.
Why don't you like hockey?
Is it not cool? Aber football is cool.
Oh, football. And she means soccer. I mean, they really brainwashed her over here.
Hey, by the way, what's Elsa's plus minus?
What's Elsa's plus minus?
I heard she's got a hell of a Corsi rating.
she's got good Corsi. Never mind. I'll explain when you're older and you really don't care. You know. All right, I think we hit the.
I'm doing the best I can. I'm giving it all my God, Captain.
I think we had enough. That's all right.
I don't have the power.
We covered all the stories. Everything I wrote down, you covered anyway. So it's time to say goodbye and give everybody the scores last night. Last night in the National Hockey League, Larson scores an OT to get the Devils past the Coyotes 3-2. Well, that's 3 in a row where the Devils got points, huh, Dave?
It's playing better. It's a little scary. Maybe it's getting closer to All Hallows Eve.
Yeah. Satan worshippers. I don't know. Did I ever tell my CCD's dad's another story? Sid the Kid gets his first, and Malcolm nets the big one in OT. Pens win that one 3-2.
Nice was that?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Where was that game?
That game was in Pittsburgh. They got in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. So it was in Kessel's cafeteria. Okay.
I don't think I don't even know he played that night. I watched some of that game. I didn't see his name anywhere. Halak gets his 37th career shutout for the New York Islanders. They beat the Blue Jackets 4-0, and we see the last game of Todd Richardson.
It was the last straw. This shutout was too much.
Yeah, I guess so.
Get out.
Yeah, boy.
They had to go to the John, Tommy.
Sagan and Ben take the Stars. They're not the North Stars. Within 2-1 over the Flyers. Good game out there. A lot of fights. Anton Rousseau beat the ever-living crap out of Gagne. What did Deb call him? A little French ball of hate, which I thought was kind of cute. Yeah.
I'm sure Kazar masturbated all over that stat line with Ben Sagan. Do you know that trade, by the way, that not only did he tell me that he wanted to trade and he gets Stamkos, or I get Stamkos, he gets Sagan, but he would promote my channel and do gay stuff for me.
Yes, he did.
He did, and I have it in writing. He said he would do gay stuff.
Gay stuff. Well, it's unbelievable. Well, he's a big hockey fan. What can I tell you? And he'd be really gay over this. Price had his second shutout in 3 games. Canadians blanked the Blues 3-0. That was a guaranteed slam dunk. Is this not? Am I right yet? Are they the best hockey team in the NHL?
They're the best team in hockey.
Yeah, they're the best team in
It's
hockey.
It's not even a close margin.
No, not
good.
No, not really. Not at all. Forsberg gets the finisher in the shootout. Lift the Predators past the Lightning. Lightning not all that dominant, but they get by him 5-4. Adequate, not dominant. The Lightning. Adequate, not
still
dominant.
early.
Congratulations to Alex Ovechkin. He reached 900 points. And the Caps take the Flames 6-2. Flames are in big trouble, boy. They really got to knock this shit off. They're really embarrassing the crap out of me. I don't like it, Dave.
Still early, though, man.
Yeah, still early. We can stay that for a month. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Buffalo Sabres and Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel will be happy to see the Buffalo. Jack Eichel might be happy. I'd rather be in Buffalo than Toronto, the way things have sort of turned out, to be honest with you.
They're basically the same goddamn cities. So.
I know. God. Losers. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Philadelphia Flyers, they take on the Boston Bruins in the Boston TT Garden. 9:30 Eastern Time, the Detroit Red Wings take on Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. And the late night game is the Carolina Hurricanes going up the Colorado Avalanche. That's probably going to be a snooze, so don't stay up. Just watch, I'd say my recommendations, the Bruins, Flyers, or Detroit and Edmonton. See Connor, see if he has another big game.
Or you know what else they can do?
What's that?
They can come over to Dead on Day Productions and stay up with me as I do a live reaction show party for Cubs and Mets. Game 4 could be the closeout game. The Cubs could go home. Come watch me get obliterated if that happens. Should be a lot of fun.
Are you going to cry?
I might. Actually, I'm handling this very well.
Yeah, you seem to be.
Yeah.
Because you guys are stacked. You're going to be fine for years to come. That's really what
I'm entering the age of unbridled optimism.
You dying? You know?
No, what?
You dying?
What? I think we need to go back and learn what a couple of those words might mean.
I don't know. I don't like when anybody has optimism. I don't like when anybody's happy. Everything except my daughter. I love when you're happy. You know that? That's usually followed by buy me stuff then. Buy me duff. Buy me duff. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, baby. We're gonna watch a really, really boring TV show until you fall asleep, so I don't actually have to tuck you in or do any kind of apparently work. Sound good? All right. What do you want to watch? UFOs? You want to watch UFOs? I mean, it beats me. And if you don't know what it is, it's gonna really bore you and you'll fall right to sleep. You know? And then after that, we can say what? What do you? Yeah, that's right. Get out of my crease! Let's go, Matt. Sorry, Dave.